this is a time where you have the ability to create your dimension. Let me say this. I'm going to talk about the fifth dimension. Let me just go into that and help us to understand where we were. When we were talking about the third dimension, we're in this third dimension. We don't have knowledge of what's going on. So we are just reacting to everything that's coming to us. That's the third dimension. I just see what I feel, I touch, I hear, or whatever your senses are. Fourth dimension deals more with time. Now, when you hear people talking about the fourth dimension, what they'll say is, you don't hear people say, hey, we're going to the fourth dimension. They don't say that because that's where the spirits are. That's where your ancestors reside. That's where these frequencies are coming from, where we're hearing source talk to us. You follow what I'm saying? We hear source talk to us, and some of us can receive it because our antennas are on. We're not tuned into the news. We're not listening to the radio all the time. We're grounded with nature. So the fourth dimension is dealing more with time, but that's where you'll hear people talk about, that's where beings reside that don't have the vessels. All right, fifth dimension, what does that deal with? That deals with your actions. Now, fifth, sixth, seventh dimension, this is where you're starting to, you have the ability to create your third dimension, meaning what you're doing. That's on the fifth dimension, your vibratory frequency and your beliefs. I say beliefs, but really your meaning your knowledge. All right, so follow me on this. Normally I have visual aids because I know it gets complicated. But now, in this time, when we are in control of our actions, when we are in control of our vibratory frequencies, and we're in control of our beliefs, then we control our third dimension. How does that look? All right, and I'm going to say this real quick and I'm going to let it go. When let's say you meet someone and that person needs your help, depending on your energies and how you treat that person, that's going to determine how other people show up in your third dimension. So if you're kind to this person and you're, hey, I know you need help, follow me, I'm going to take you there. Then the people who show up in your third dimension, they're going to be kind to you the way you were to that person. This is just dealing with universal laws. Whatever you put out must come back. All right, so that's one thing. That's on the fifth dimension. What am I doing? How am I acting? You know, what energies am I putting out? That's going to determine how others show up in my third dimension. Then when we're talking about vibratory frequency, when something happens, do you stay in a lower vibratory frequency? Because that's going to determine also how others show up in your third dimension. So that's another thing. Again, we're talking about controlling our third dimension in the fifth, sixth, and seventh. I know it's complex, but now we're talking about the seventh dimension, what we're talking about. What you know. So if, let's say, for example, you go to the doctor and the doctor says, oh, you got 2 months to live. Well, what do you know? Do you know that this doctor don't know what the heck he's talking about? Or do you believe what he's telling you? That's going to determine whether or not whatever this ailment is inside of you moves out or it stays and festers. So again, what you do, your vibratory frequency, and your thoughts or your beliefs or your know is what's controlling what's showing up. And so now we're going from, oh, we just reacted to everything, to, no, we're going to control this and create our heaven right here on this earth. That's what I'm talking about.